I am certain that many of us while growing up, our father would have had one piece of advice for us and our male sibling. Never let any man, especially one you meet for the first time, touch you, talk less of see your body. If you do, you will get pregnant, or the man will have no single regard for you and he would forget you. I'm sure most of African girls have had enough of this. I'm certain many can still hear him and see him raise and harm an index finger to show how serious he is and the seriousness behind this piece of advice. Ironically, there is a story of a lady who said she slept with her husband the first day she met him, and they are married now and raising their kids together. She said she thought she had messed up and that the man would forget her and move on, but to her surprise, he called her the next day and requested that they start dating officially. Before she knew it, he proposed, and 15 years later, they are still married. According to her, there are no hard and fast rules to dating and physical intimacy, and it generally depends on the man. In the other hand, some men forget while others don't. Hello beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. If you are new, welcome to Female Affairs with Fulu, where everything related to female affairs and matters of the heart are shared. Do well to subscribe, turn on the post notification bell to be notified of a new video. Men are not left out, there is always something for everybody. Frankly speaking, while I will never ever advise a lady to get intimate with a man she has met for the first time, because I don't like to gamble. I kind of agree with the story. However, in addition to depending on the man, there are several other reasons that might make a man forget a woman he has slept with. And the first one is the mental state of the man. If he was intoxicated or heavily drunk at the time of the intercourse, he might find it difficult to remember that he slept with a woman the previous night or even hours before he became sober. Yes, some mild memories may come and go as he tries to remember his previous activities. The fragrance of a feminine perfume may strike a chord somewhere in his mind, but due to the fact that he was drunk or heavily intoxicated, it would be difficult to remember every details of that sexual encounter. In such a case, the man would forget about the woman he slept with. The second one is into one night stand. He is into clubbing and partying and loves to indulge in one-off sex. To him, sex is nothing personal and something he uses as a means of relaxation after a long night of heavy clubbing and partying. For men like this, there is no need even to know the name of the lady or try to establish contact or any form of connection with her. It is enough to know that she's a lady and can satisfy his need to relax at that moment, and when his needs are met, he move on and forget her. The third one is heartbroken and grieving his past relationship. Many ladies think that when a man is heartbroken or grieving the loss of a relationship, it makes him more vulnerable and is likely to get entangled easily with another woman. Truth is, doesn't always happen that way. In fact, sometimes when a man is heartbroken, the only name in his heart and on his lips is that of his ex. In such cases, chances are high that he asks you out and eventually slept with you because you look like his ex or something about you reminded him of her. This might look strange, but it is true. The guy is simply obsessed with thoughts of his previous partner and nothing about the intimacy you shared with him was about you. If this is the case, even if he slept with you, he will most likely forget about you because from the onset, it was never about you in the first place. The fourth one is he has multiple partners. This reminds me of a professional colleague who has been on a date with and he is involved with many ladies. Sometimes I look at him and I wonder how he does it, and if it's possible to remember the names of all the ladies and the details of the experience he had with each of them. I think it's impossible because there are too many of them and only so much a man can remember at a time. Men like my colleague are in several relationships simultaneously and like to date casually. Sex to them isn't personal or deep, so they are not interested in knowing the personal details of the woman they slept with. Their only interest is in taking the woman to bed. Once they do that, they feel sorted and satisfied, and off they move on to the next lady in line. 5. He is a narcissist. He is so self-centered that his world and everything he needs revolves around him, and he thinks of no other person but himself. He may be a spoiled brat, the overpampered son, and the only child of his parents, but from the onset, he doesn't feature anywhere in the story. It was about pleasing himself, and the moment he feels pleased and satisfied, he forgets you. The 6th one is his life is messed up. He may have a drug or alcohol addiction, and naturally his life is filled with many incidences he doesn't remember anymore. It is common for such men to go to bed with a lady at night, treat her like a nobody the next morning, and leave her wondering if he even remembers the intimate moments they shared. His life is a sorry affair and nothing to write home about, so it is possible he would forget the woman he has slept with, the same way he forgets every other incident in his life. Number 7 is he lacks a conscience. Rumor had it that a certain male neighbor once spent the night with a lady in a hotel. Before the lady woke up the next morning, he was gone. He didn't settle the hotel bill or even pay for the meal they were served the previous night. He just left the lady to her fate. I don't know how this lady handled herself that morning and if that rumor is true, but it is most appealing. Sadly, men like this neighbor of mine exist. They believe that sex is a God-given right of theirs and that they are entitled to have as many women as can accept and sleep with them. Therefore, they quickly finish with one woman and move on to another. For such men, no matter the passion and the depth of the intimate moment you both shared, they would forget. Number 8, he has a bad memory. As sad as this is, it is a possibility. I know sex should not be forgotten with a wave of hand, but honestly, men with terrible memories forget things easily, and it is really not something they enjoy and can help. It just happened to them and they forget. Number 9 kind of men is you don't want to be known or remembered. This might come as a huge surprise, but yes, it's not always about the man. Some ladies just want to have fun, get laid, and move on with their lives. It is not impossible to them to get personal or establish any connection with the man, so they create a mysterious or ominous air around them and refuse to let their guards down. If this is the case, it is likely a man won't care to come close because he knows it won't end well for him. He simply focuses on having fun and moving on, nothing personal or serious. Even if he remembers, he will try hard to push the memory somewhere down his mind and forget about the lady. So yes, men forget about women they have slept with, and it is not always their fault or something they want to do. This is why ladies are strongly advised to delay sex and other forms of physical intimacy with a man and cultivate friendship first. It always keeps the mind open, clear, and discerning enough to understand the man you are dealing with and decide whether to stay and build something with him or leave while you can. That's a wrap for today. I hope you learned something. If you do, I would like to hear your thoughts. in the comment section. Leave a comment in the comment section. Kindly like this video to help reach out to others who is in need of this. Share with friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe if you have not. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.